guys, it's been a while since I put a video out, but let me give you a little information on a CPC issue on a freightliner Cascadia, or any of the freightliner crap that they've put out lately. So Sunday, I'm on my way to make a pickup, and I stop for the night. I get up the next morning, start the truck up. I'm gonna run my power inverter so I can make me some coffee and heat me up some breakfast. And my truck just shuts off. And so I got to looking. I called a road service to come out. That was a waste of time and money. And got to noticing on my dash. Let me get this flipped around for you guys. So I'd fire it up, but it wouldn't crank. All my lights and everything were good. Except my def light was flashing. My time was blank. My directional and temperature was blank. My miles per gallon was blank. My trip was blank. The only thing that wasn't blank was this mileage right here. So this was blank, this was blank, this and this was blank. PSI was blank, temperature was blank. The voltometer was blank. Everything on it was blank. So I was, I didn't know what was going on. Did a little bit of research. I texted a buddy of mine, and the first thing he said was CPC. And so another driver stopped by and checked on me. And he called his mechanic, and his mechanic said CPC. Well, there's several places you can send them off. They can get them in and out and back to you within, they say next day turnaround. But realistically, if you're going to mail it across the country, they're going to get it the next day. So 3 days, basically, 3 to 4 days. But here we are. It's Thanksgiving week. And this happened on a Sunday. It was finally like Monday or Tuesday when we figured out that it was the CPC. Tuesday. So it had been Friday or Monday before I would have got it back if I'd have sent it off. Plus, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, so how am I going to send them off? So I called a mechanic that I know in Fort Worth, and he drove out. He wasn't for sure, but he brought a CPC off a truck that was an automatic. Mine's a standard. So he brings it in, we plug it in, and everything that I showed that was blank was back up, showing to be active. Except now it won't crank. It won't turn over at all. But I have all the missing data that I didn't have after my truck shut off. So he's like, yeah, I believe it's your CPC for sure. So he took it back with him to Fort Worth and got to the place just 30 minutes before they closed. The guy took another CPC board, took my information, my motor information, my VIN number, programmed it to this truck, got it back out yesterday about 10:30, 11:30, somewhere in there. Plugged it in, she fired up. Everything went away. The def light quit blinking. Everything. Now the only issue I'm having is my engine brake's not working. I messaged the guy that programmed it. He said that CPC shouldn't have anything to do with not getting any power to my engine brake switch, and my engine brake's not working. So if anybody has a 2015 and they can kind of help me out with trying to figure out my engine brake situation, I'd appreciate it. I checked the dash, the SAM chassis basically, or whatever they want to call it, and I checked it. I don't see anything on there that says engine brake, Jake brake. Well, obviously, you know, it's not going to say Jake brake, but engine brake, engine retarder. So I'm fixing to get out and look under the hood again and see if maybe one of those monkeys that were out here screwing with my truck, they had no clue what they were doing. They came back on Monday and said it was my ECM that was out. So it wasn't, obviously. But I don't know if they unplugged something, or if maybe there's a fuse or a relay on the fuse box that's under the hood. So I'm gonna look and see if there's an engine, see if there's an engine brake fuse under there. If not, I don't know. I don't know where to go from this point, but it was working before my truck shut off, so it's got to be a power issue that's just not getting power to the switch, which it's not turning the switch on. I got power to everything else. Everything else in the truck is working. Everything on the truck is working. So I'm gonna give it a whirl and see what the issue is. I grabbed a load today. I'm in San Antonio now. I was headed home yesterday because, I was exhausted. I was mentally exhausted. Wind was blowing 30, 40, 50 mile an hour since Sunday. The temperatures were down in the, 30s. So it sucked. But we was able to get it fixed. I'm on the road. My goodness. Sorry, guys. But anyways, if you have a CPC, if your truck just shuts off and your def light is blinking, that's like the number one oh shoot, what's the word I'm looking for? Factor. And then your other screen is blank. That's right there telling you it's your CPC. So if you have that issue, definitely want to get a CPC reprogrammed. Like I said, there's a place in Dallas that charges $1,500. $2,000 it's $2,000 up front, and then they'll reimburse you $500. Could have took it to them. No guarantee. I probably should have took it to them because it would have been cheaper. Because the guy that my mechanic took it to ended up costing me like $20. He got him down to $1,650. He normally charges $1,850, and then because my truck's deleted, he upcharged another $500, which I think's baloney. You got to go in and program the truck the CPC anyways. So, but there's other places I called and they said it don't matter if the truck's deleted or not. They were $900 quick turnaround, or like $799 for 4 to 5 day turnaround. So do your research. If you ain't got to have it right away, you can send them off. Get them redone, or they'll take old CPC units. Put the right solder on it, because this lead-free solder is garbage. It's not working in these trucks. You know, mine's a 2015, so 8 years and it failed. You know, this thing should have never failed. Should have went for another 10 years without an issue with that CPC failing. They're going, a lot of them, if they're doing it right, they're going in with lead solder. They're putting in new BBs. They're fluxing it right. They're baking it. And then, you know, using the lead solder, which is obviously better solder than this crap. Should get 20 years out of that board. That board will probably last long before this truck, long after this truck is sitting in the junkyard, because it's, you know, the motor's shot or whatever. So do your research. Just a little information on if you have an issue where your truck just shuts off and your screens are blank, that's a CPC issue. If your truck just shuts off and it loses power completely, then it's a power, what's it called? Power control module or whatever. It's right there on the firewall. Also, I was having issues with that. I don't know. Since I've had the truck, it'd do it randomly, but back in the summer, it was doing it constantly. It just kept shutting off. So I finally got that changed out. And yeah, it's pretty scary. You're going down the interstate and your truck flashes off, and then it fire back up. But you know, there's no reason for this stuff to be failing like it is. But other than this, just a money game for these cats. So guys, that's all I got. I'm in San Antonio. I don't know when I'll get home. I got to recoup $3,200, $3,300 I lost that I didn't have. Honestly, I didn't have it. And you know, it sucks. You're just running this business right now on a prayer. And I was praying that whatever was wrong with my truck was diagnosed properly, and they programmed it properly, and I could get back on the road, because it's been pretty bad. I had to let my driver go, which is the hardest thing I ever had to do, because I love the dude, I love his family, great people, but I couldn't financially keep him going, and I was at the point where I was going to shut this company down. It was that bad, and I still may. There's no guarantee that I'm going to be able to keep going. You know, it's a tough time right now for everybody. Tough time for everybody. So I'm not seeing anything on this fuse panel that says engine brake, CPC, ECM, MCM, battery, SAM chassis, emergency power battery, CPC, MCM, ACM, ignition, optimized idle, alarm, and ignition. So F3 is blank, F4 is a 20 amp. So that's 3, 4. F5 is blank, blank, blank. F10 is a 5 amp. Rest of them are PTOs, ignitions. That's a relay, so that's a so I don't know. I don't know if there's ECU is plugged in good. Powertrain modular, CPC. Radio clock, emergency power, ECM, SIM chassis, powertrain, PDM. So all that's good. This is all trailer. ABS, trailer, marker, APU, ABS, SAM relay, trailer. Nothing I'm seeing in here is engine brake. So I don't know. Another thing, guys, while I'm on here, when I first bought this truck, every time I was under a trailer, it didn't matter. And I stepped on the brake, my trailer ABS light would pop up on my dash. So if you have that problem, I found it on a video. It is this fuse, and in fact, this fuse was gone. It wasn't even in there. So if that's an issue, check that fuse also if you're having that issue. Checking all my connections. Because like I said, I don't know what all they messed with. I don't even know if I'm on the right side where the engine power would be. And I don't have, obviously I'm not getting any power at the switch, so I don't know if y'all guys know much about these DD15s. I may figure it out before anybody that watches my videos comments on it. But if anybody happens to watch this video, it's Thanksgiving Day 2023, so if anybody happens to watch this video and knows, please leave me a message so I can figure this out, because I sure like having my Jake brakes, that's for sure. They come in handy. They really save on your brakes too, if you think about it. I'm at a loss, so I don't know. Maybe you guys, somebody will make a comment and let me know. I appreciate you guys. If you watched it, please subscribe, hit the like button, give me a thumbs up. And if I can get more subscribers, I'll probably put out more content. I'm not no famous YouTuber, nor do I have all the fancy ways of editing. I don't have any fancy editing software, so if I start doing more videos, I'll get some editing software. I'll bring my laptop and edit these videos. Right now I'm just using an old phone and try to do a few videos here and there. But guys, like I said, I appreciate you watching. If you watch it, hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know what y'all like to see. And y'all guys have a happy Thanksgiving and be blessed.